on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Introduce yourself to somebody. Here we go. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Everybody get up on your feet. See the light in everybody you meet. Let us be reminded of who we've come to be. We are love, we are one big family. Hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, yeah. Hey, hey, hey.
Good morning, Center for Spiritual Living, Palm Desert. How are you all? Happy New Year. I know, 2018. Who would have thought, right? Gosh, I mean, it feels like it's space age, huh? And I guess it is. Remember when we used to watch Get Smart for us older ones, and he'd take off his shoe and talk into it? Dick Tracy with his watch and talking on it. Here we are. So anyway, we made it. We're here, and it's wonderful to see you all here this morning. So let's say our mission statement together, please.
We are a dynamic, open, and positive faith community that accepts all religions. Our mission is to awaken you to your divine nature, empowering you to create the life of your dreams. We are changing lives one heart at a time.
And that's exactly what we're doing. We have a lot of classes. I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Joe to tell you about
Good morning. I think I have an echo. Yeah. So tomorrow I start my class Beyond Limits, and it starts at 9 o'clock in the morning, again at 6 o'clock at night. I want to read you something because it sort of encapsulates why I think people should attend this course. Here we go. It's called The Fly. Ready? There is a small fly burning out the last of its short life energies in a futile attempt to fly through the glass of the window pane. The whining wings tell the poignant story of the fly's strategy. Try harder, but it's not working. The frenzied effort offers no hope for survival. Ironically, the struggle is part of the trap. It's impossible for the fly to try hard enough to succeed at breaking through the glass. Nevertheless, this little insect has staked its life on reaching its goal through raw effort and determination. The fly is doomed. It will die there on the windowsill. Across the room, 10 steps away, the door is open. 10 seconds of flying time, and this small creature could reach the outside world it seeks. With only a fraction of the effort now being wasted, it could be free from this self-imposed trap. The breakthrough possibility is there. It would be so easy. Why doesn't the fly try another approach, something dramatically different? How did it get so locked in on the idea that this particular route and determined effort offers the most promise for success? What logic is there in continuing until death to seek a breakthrough with more of the same? Trying harder isn't necessarily the solution to achieving more. It may not offer any real promise for giving you what you want out of life. Sometimes, in fact, it's a big part of the problem. If you stake your hopes for breaking through on trying harder than ever, you may kill your chances for success. The reason I said that, and I mentioned this, is because when you take Beyond Limits, it's about getting you out of the windowsill. A lot of people have been hitting the glass in a lot of different areas of your life, expecting the window to fly through the window. There's a door 10 steps away, and Beyond Limits is that door. When you come into that class, you can expect to change some things in your life over the course of 10 weeks. Expect to no longer hit your head against the glass, but expect yourself to move and fly out the window and do something different. Does that make sense? Yeah. So the class, we removed the tuition requirement so that we can get as many people in as we can. So if you're taking it not for certification, it's just a love offering only. Show up at 9, show up at 6 o'clock in the evening. We're going to live stream it. So there's a possibility, if you want to live stream, call in. There's a specific link that you'll use. It's not our regular link. And then the paperwork will be online. You can download the PDF. So if you can make it to class, great. If you can't, there's no excuse for you not to participate in this 10-week program, okay? So changing lives, that's what we're doing, and we're going to start it tomorrow, all right? See you there.
Thank you, Dr. Joe. And this is Dale's last chance to join Dale's The Untethered Soul on Thursdays at 6:30. And she had a huge crowd last Thursday, so it's not too late. Please join her. That's also a fabulous class that she has there, and it's $100. And then she's also starting this Tuesday morning. She has Building a Healing Consciousness. This too is an accredited class. The cost is $240, and it will give you, as it says, give you a thorough understanding of the effective use of affirmations and affirmative prayer. Here's another opportunity for you to grow. And then also on Tuesday night at 6:30, I am doing my Busting Loose from the Money Game. And I love that Dr. Joe is talking about my game, my life today. And that's what this is about. This is about the game of life. And you are the creators. So how are you creating your life? And it's an opportunity to look at not linear, but higher above, and how to create new paradigms in your life. So join us. We always have a great conversation, and it's a love offering. That's Tuesday night. And then on Wednesday, it's a great opportunity for meditation. Sue Powell is doing this wonderful sound meditation class, and this is a wonderful way to start your year in a different way, maybe, of meditating or even begin meditating. So join Sue for her 4-week class, and that's this Wednesday starting at 9 a.m. And Terry Maple's here. It's time for the Tour de Palm Springs. This is our volunteers that go and help and assist in that. We get paid from the tour, and they pay every volunteer, not them personally, but the organization that they represent. And this is our largest fundraiser for our junior church. So if you're interested, it's a wonderful opportunity to help and see Terry out there, and he can tell you what he needs and where he needs you, or any information you might need. And I think that's it. So today you are in for a wonderful treat. We have the handsome, wonderful voice of Michael Paul Smith. And he's got a new CD out there, so make sure you stop by his table. He's going to be performing down in San Diego for Black History Month in February. And his theme for this year is Living the Dream in 2018. So let's give him a warm welcome, Michael Paul Smith.
Hello, everyone. So good to be here. There's a power within, a force that shapes your life. Creation begins with the thoughts in your mind. Realize your truth. Open your eyes to see. Your world is made by you. You know you cause it to be. It is done as you believe. It's the words you speak that make it so to you. To plant the seeds. It's the thoughts you think that make it grow. It is done unto you. It is done unto me. It is done as we believe. of your desires. You don't have to figure out how, for your actions will be inspired. You just have to stay in the now. Your vibration draws it to you. What you focus on expands. Your dreams can all come true. You know the power's in your hand. It is done as you believe. It's the words you speak that make it so. It's up to you to plant the seeds. It's the thoughts you think that make it grow. It is done unto you, and it's done unto me. It is done as we believe. What do you believe? 'Cause it's done to you. I said, seek and you shall find. Ask and you shall receive. You create by the thoughts in your mind. You know it's all that you believe. It is done as you believe. It's the words you speak that make it so. It's up to you to plant the seeds. It's the thoughts you think that make it grow. It is done unto you, and it's done unto me. It is done as we believe. So what do you believe? 'Cause it's done to you, and it's done to me, as we believe. Oh yeah.
Beautiful, Mike Paul. Thank you. And Michael has a CD out there. So make sure you pick up a CD on your way home. It's beautiful, Michael. Thank you. So it is done unto you as you believe. And I want to share that one of our members made their transition yesterday. Edward Banks. Remember the little silver hair guy that would sit over here all the time for years? Yeah, he softly made his transition. And I say softly because I'll just tell you, it's done unto you as you believe. And here's an older man who's been steeped in the science of mind for quite some time. And he didn't want to experience morphine or that kind of an experience. And so he actually made his transition before they came and gave the first dose. And he did it peacefully and quietly. And we had the chance to talk before he left on Thursday. I shared with him. We just had some nice moments. So Edward made his transition, and we'll be doing a service when his family is ready to set that up. And I'll let you know when that happens, okay? So let's bless Edward on his journey. He's in a good spot. All right. Now, you may not be in a good spot. So sometimes I was thinking about, it's kind of cold in here. It's freezing. Turn the ceiling fans off, please. Last service, by the end, people were fanning themselves and complaining and sweating. You guys have different hormones, I understand. Okay? It's a delicate balance in this room. We try to do our best. So I switched the meditation around just a little bit today, and you'll be able to follow it pretty simply. We're still going to do the I Surrender part, but I just changed the last song coming out of the quiet time. So I just want you to just close your eyes for a minute and take a deep breath in. And like that story I was telling you earlier about the fly. Picture yourself as the fly and what you've been banging your head up against with for the longest time. Repeating a pattern and trying to push through something that you just can't push through. So imagine, if you would, that little fly sitting on the windowsill, just like you, trying to figure out where to go and what direction to go. First, he has to surrender what he's doing. He has to kind of say, okay, I'm done trying this, and I'm open and receptive to something outside of me, around me, that will appear when I'm ready for it to appear. So right now, I just want you to be the fly on the sill and not looking for the window or not looking for the door, but just saying, quiet the mind, I trust, and I'm fully present in this moment. The door will appear when it's time to appear. Take a deep breath in. All to Spirit I surrender, and all to Thee I freely give. I will always love and trust You, and in Your presence daily live. All to Spirit I surrender. All that's good is wholly mine. In Your presence, in this oneness, through You I am power divine, and I surrender all. I surrender all to Thee, my blessed Spirit, I surrender all.
And in this peaceful and prayerful moment, I pause to recognize the one infinite presence. I pause to remember the magnificence of the divine light and energy that permeates all of creation. And I pause to remember the love, the harmony and joy, the peace, and the love that is the nature of this being. I breathe it in. I feel its energy, its light, pouring in through and as me, and in through and as each person here. And this is what I realize when I pray. I open myself up to remember, to recall, and to consciously reunify with that which is already so. With every breath in this prayer, with all of the awareness that I have, I allow myself to feel loved, to feel comforted, to feel supported, and to feel nurtured. I feel this vast and expansive presence just pouring itself through me. And as I remember this truth, I am uplifted, I am inspired, and I am anchored more firmly and clearly in the truth of who I am. And I am so grateful for the spiritual community, so grateful for this fabulous band and how it nurtures me. And I am open and receptive and thankful today for Dr. Joe and for this first New Year's service. What is the science of mind? For in this message, I am reminded of the truth of everyone and everything. I am reminded and I am thankful for the truth that all of my brothers and sisters on this beautiful planet are anchored in the love and light of Spirit. Yes, I see God in them all. And with a heart that is overflowing with confidence for all that is magnificently unfolding. I release this word to the law of mind, knowing it is done. And if this resonates with you at all, Palm Desert, I invite you to join me in saying, and so it is. Amen.
I surrender all. I surrender all to thee, my blessed Spirit. I surrender all, and I surrender all. I surrender all to thee, my blessed Spirit. I surrender all to thee, my blessed Spirit. I surrender all. Take a deep breath in. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your love will light my way. Show me the way. Sing after me, please. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your peace will light my way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your joy will light my way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Show me the way. Your truth will light my way. And your love will light my way. And your joy will light my way. And your peace will light my way. And your truth will light my way. Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om Shanti Om. Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om. One last time through. Om Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om, Shanti Om.
In this moment, in this place, I remember who I am. Let the fear and worry fall away from me. I open my eyes and see there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only when I lose myself, when I feel I've lost my way, when I go inside and quiet my mind, and I hear Spirit gently say, there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. is only there is only love. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets me free. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love that heals, love that sets me free. There is
Beautiful. Beautiful, Michael. Wow. Beautiful, Michael. Thank you. Is that on your CD? Is that on your CD? No? Doesn't matter. Anything he sings is great. You know what I was thinking, though, back there? Every time, and I said that to the first service, every time I hear him sing, I think I'm still in puberty. You know, he's got, oh, and then I'm like, hey. You know, it just... I try. I'm kind of in a good mood today. So you ready to have a little fun? Okay, so every year now, at the beginning of the year, we always teach the principles of the science of mind. Well, this is the 100th year of science of mind. Did you know that? 100 years. This philosophy has been in play now for 100 years. Yeah. And actually, this center has been here for, this will be its 43rd year. So we've been here for 43 years. And I've been here for 13, so we're good. All right. We'll see how long that one lasts. So today we're going to talk about the science of mind today. Your affirmation is really simple. If you can get this affirmation, you got it down. Are you ready? 4 words. Say it, please.
My game, my life.
Yeah. Whose game? My game. Whose life?
My life.
Yeah. As soon as we understand that we're playing this game, that it's us, you know what, honey? Is there a deaf person over here? I don't think so. You can go home early today. Yeah, take it off. You don't have to sign anymore. No one's here. Go on, take it off. Take it off. No, go. It's okay, really. I'm giving you the rest of the day off.
Okay.
If they show up, they're 30 minutes late, that's their problem. Okay, go. Why get carpal tunnel trying to follow me? Okay. My game, my life. You play the game. If you cheat your game, guess who's going to get cheated? You are, right? This is your life. It's not your partner's life, your husband, your wife, your kid's life. This is your life. So you play the game, and this is your life. You get to play that out. When you understand that, you'll begin to understand how the science of mind works. It's your game. You set up the rules. You play by whatever rules you set up. And if you want to cheat yourself or sell yourself short, you'll be the one that has that effect, right? But it's your life. It's going to unfold that way. The science of mind is an operating manual to life. It's like we're given the most marvelous computer in the world, one whose capacity is infinite. One problem, though, most of us were taught by our teachers and parents to use it as a calculator or, at best, a word processor. Do you remember what a word processor is? Remember? Now we're like, huh? What? No. Right? But we were taught with archaic ideas and an archaic paradigm, right? Without an operating manual, we use it for what we think it can do and what we've proven ourselves it can do. So without when we have an operating manual like this, we only basically do the things we know how to do. See, Trey took me car shopping yesterday. In my opinion, car shopping is similar to prepping for a colonoscopy. That's how much I love car shopping. All right? That's how much I love it. Ceiling fans, William. That's how much I love it, which means I don't. So we're out there looking at some cars, and talk about, this is to the point, we were looking at this car, and the dashboard had probably 50 buttons in the middle. And I'm like, I just need drive. You know, I don't need, and I'm already confused enough that when I hit the signal going left, my windshield wipers do this, right? Anybody else? Okay, so we're all on the same page. So, yeah, I get this. I have an old paradigm when it comes to this stuff. But there is an operating manual. If I wanted to learn it, I could. If I wanted to enjoy the benefits of what it can do, I could do that. But I have to take the time to do that. It's not going to happen by osmosis, and certainly not by me trying to interpret those little pictures next to the button. That's just confusing, right? But the point is, we were all taught, and now we have to reteach ourselves with a new kind of manual, a new paradigm and an understanding. The science of mind opens avenues and programs we haven't even thought about. If used according to the manual, it has the capacity to broaden our lives infinitely, restructure our health, wealth, creative expression, and loving relationships. This is not about living a perfect life. We're not here to create for you or allow you to even figure out how to live the perfect life. I'm not sure if you can achieve a perfect life. But in the science of mind, what we're trying to teach you are tools so that you can restructure your health, your wealth, your financial security, your expression, what you do for work or what you do every morning when you get up, and your loving relationships. Our goal is to help you learn these from our manual, that's why I'm teaching my class tomorrow. It's Beyond Limits. It's the foundations. That's why you jump in, because you want to change things. That's what this is about. It's actually about changing. In Unity, we used to say, good, better, you've heard me say, good, better, best. I'll never let it rest till my good is better and my better is best, right? So whatever is good can be better. And that's not being greedy. It's just the universe wants us to experience all it has, not just a limit. See, we have this limit that we place on ourselves. We have a limit. It's like, oh, this is okay. This is enough. I have enough, or I'm doing enough. It's enough. Well, I hope your enough is enough for the rest of your life, because you just gave a message to the universe not to send you anything else. But when you say this or something better, you've now become open to an idea that can express even more by means of you. That doesn't mean we shouldn't be satisfied or happy in the moment, but we should always know that there's more to be experienced in this great life of ours. There's greater expression to be had in all of those areas. We can always have, who here wouldn't want better and better health, and better relationships, and more financial security, and more creativity? So don't cap yourself off in areas of your life and say, oh, well, I'm good there. You may feel okay, but good, better, best. Don't let it rest, right? Okay, your affirmation, please. Go for it.
My day, my life.
Say it again.
My day, my life.
I like that. The science of this is a long one. The science of mind is comparatively new, but the mental experience of the invisible universe is as old as the history of mankind. It is new in that it is for the first time in history we put together all findings which contribute to the establishment of mankind's relationship with the universe. To that end, we are now able to apply our spiritual understanding to the everyday human problems of human life. So when we take the science of mind and we apply it to everyday life, see, when I try, my ministry is based on everyday life. You see me and I give my examples and give examples that are going on in the world of everyday life. If you can't apply them every day, what good are they? Right? If we can't apply rules, what good are they? I was telling earlier, actually, I think it's the next slide. Yeah. The science of mind is not a special revelation of any individual. It is rather the culmination of all revelations. We take the good wherever we can, bless you, wherever we can find it, making it our own as far as we can understand it. So the science of mind isn't just one thing. It's continually evolving. And that's why we say we honor all faith traditions. We accept all faith traditions. We don't have that rules. We don't have that dogma. We don't have that stigma where we're like, yes, no, good, bad. It's all relative up to you and your judgment and your labels. Everything is relative like that. And one of the reasons why is my sister's a prime example, and if she's watching, hello, Jill in D.C. I'm going to use you as an example. My family cringes every time I say their name. Trey grabs an Imodium the second I do that. So my sister has more of a I don't want to say a born-again, but more fundamentalist than anyone else in our family. And so she's always had a struggle finding a church. Because she can find one, but then as soon as the minister starts condemning homosexuality, she's like, well, my brother's gay. Well, and for those of you who didn't know that, surprise. Just saying. If the shirt didn't give it away. Where was I? Thank you. So as soon as, thank you. So as soon as she hears this stuff, she starts to shut down because now it can't fit into her world, right? And that's the problem with a lot of traditional religions not being able to expand and be flexible, is that it doesn't allow for changes. If you're not a certain way, then you're not on the right way. And what Science of Mind tells you is you've always been on the right way because you are a co-creator with the way shower. Take that home. All right? Even though sometimes our path may not seem like it because the appearances of our life are not indicating an alignment with spirit. In other words, we may have financial distress or we're ill or we have conflict in our relationships. That just means we're in process of these things. The realization that good is universal and that as much good as an individual is able to incorporate in their life is theirs to use is what constitutes the science of mind and spirit. So it's whatever you're able to incorporate and use. Now it's freezing, William. I'm sorry. We're going back and forth. I know as soon as the air... Okay, here's what happens, just so you know. If the air conditioner's not on, the ceiling fans are on, everybody's comfortable. When the air conditioner kicks on, because everybody's body heat kicks it up, and we have the ceiling fans on, then we all freeze. So it's one or the other. And so, anyway, never mind. Go. The science of mind. The science of the sanctuary. All right. As much good as you can embody, you can have. That's a really bold statement. A lot of us don't believe that. We believe, okay, because I'm a certain age or because this or that or the other thing, this is as far as I can go in my life. So you've already put the cap there. You put the cap. Remember, no one can put a cap on your good except you. You can listen to their opinion. If you listen to their opinion and you buy into it, someone just sold you a cap to your good. Right? People do this a lot. And now I'm not bashing any particular group, but I'll tell you what, a lot of times we'll go for medical help and we'll say this is all that can be done. And maybe that's not the case. Maybe there are other things that can be explored. Maybe that finality of that isn't so final. I'm just saying, it's like the fly hitting the wall. There's always the door over there. We just have to find it and be open to it. But once we resolve ourselves to something, then our prayer is always answered in that resolution. Once we say, okay, this is it, then the universe says what? This is it. Does that make sense? All right, now, together please. My game, my life. Yes, no one has ever improved by telling them their faults. This always comes out in the first chapter of the Science of Mind. You have learned from experience. Self-improvement cannot be forced on anyone. Unless it arises as a desire within the individual, it never will accomplish its purpose. No one grows by criticism, right? It's really hard. I know. It's hard because people are always criticizing, and I'm my own worst critic, but that doesn't mean I'm going to grow. We don't grow from criticism. We grow from knowledge and wisdom. So we grow from a place, and no one can come here. I mean, I know some people are dragged here under the auspices that they'll go to brunch after. And it's the only reason you come is that you get to go to brunch, right? But most people come voluntarily. But if you've ever tried to bring someone here who isn't ready to be here, you kind of get frustrated because they're like this. Right? When the student is ready, the teacher appears. When the student is ready, the teacher appears. Tomorrow I'm teaching again. So imagine doing this for like 2.5 hours. You'll be exhausted. It'll be fabulous. But we'll make some changes. So no one's going to change by showing them faults. You can never force self-improvement on anybody, right? You can only bring it to yourself. The age of trying to reform people is gone. Modern psychology has awakened us to the fact that information heals, but reformation only causes guilt. Information heals. Trying to reform just makes you feel guilty. A lot of times, though, here's what happens, in my opinion. We take a problem and we push it down. And we go, it's okay, I'm over it. It's okay, I'm over it. And then the same problem comes up again in our life. And then we go, I wonder why this keeps happening. I can tell you why, is because you never healed it the first time. And until you heal it, it's always going to resurface. It may resurface in a different person, or a different job, or a different scenario, but the reality is you'll be emotionally feeling the same way because you didn't go through the healing process, you just pushed it down. And pushing it down does nothing more than, remember those little spring things you used to push down, and after a couple seconds it would boing, like this? Right? That's exactly what happens on an emotional basis. We can push it down, and out of the clear blue, boing, up it comes. So the age of trying to reform people is gone. Psychologists will tell you what happens in the mind happens in the body. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't try to reform yourself through guilt. Heal yourself through healing. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay, together, please. I love that. Science of Mind is an operating system for the human condition, but like all operating manuals, it doesn't serve us well if it sits on the shelf and we don't open and study it. So a lot of people have done that. They've done a lot of studying, but they've never really imagine if our band here put all their instruments and music up on a shelf and just sat there. They're musicians, but they're not using their tools. Well, when you come in here and you learn these tools, and then it's like, are you sitting with them, waiting for them to remind you to start being used? Or are you actively pursuing them and using them and applying them? The question's for you. The knowledge has always been here in this very room. For 43 years, we've been teaching this thing. For 100 years around the world, but 43 years in this space. The knowledge is there. There's a vibration, there's an energy. Every time you come into this room, you can feel it. There are opportunities to grow, but you have got to get off the shelf. This operating system is available to everyone as it is inherent in who we are. However, it operates like a computer on a principle, and a principle is a law or fact of nature which makes possible the working of anything. So like a computer, if you press X plus Y, you know you're going to get Z. So it is with science of mind. Garbage in, garbage out, hate in, hate out, love in, love out. And now I'm going to take you on to another little journey. People think confusion in, clarity out. Seriously, I don't know what to do. Here's the phrase. I don't know what to do. I'm going to give it up to God. Which we've all done this, right? And now you're going, where the hell is he going with this? Think about it, though. Confusion in, confusion out. Belief of clarity in, clarity out. You have to rid yourself of the condition as you go in order for the healed condition to come out. In other words, I have to surrender the confusion and accept the principle of balance or prosperity or health or whatever I want healed. I have to accept that principle and learn about that principle and practice that principle. And then so I'm putting that universal principle into action. And as soon as I do that, the result is the healed condition. But I can't put pain, suffering, and confusion in and expect the universe to tumble dry it and spit it out as a healing. Because you haven't embodied your mental equivalent of a healing. Let that bake for a minute. No, that's worthy of a good bake. Because how many times have we said, oh my God, I'm so confused, just give it up to God. And then you walk off and, whatever you're going to do. That's not necessarily the answer. You're going to give something up to God, but what you're going to give up to Spirit is your acceptance of your healed condition. Then your healed condition will show up. If not, expect for it to, whatever the issue is, to continue and show up again and again and again until it is healed. All right? So there's a step 2 to this process. You have to do me a favor, William. Can you adjust the thermostat now on your phone? Because even I'm getting cold. Okay. When we understand this and are prepared to surrender our habitual prejudices and justifications, the principle of law of mind and the teachings of the science of mind will naturally be the effect. So when we sacrifice our old paradigm that we have to have that pain or suffering or anything that goes in, because remember, whatever goes in comes out. That doesn't mean you're not having it, doesn't mean you're not experiencing it. You're experiencing it and it's a fact. Okay, if it's a fact, it's a fact. I'm in pain, I'm broke, my relationship isn't working, whatever it is, those are your facts. But it's not about the facts going in, it's about your understanding of what it should be, what you want, then it comes out in its healed condition. Does that make sense? Okay, when you understand that and you're prepared to surrender your habitual prejudices, in other words, you are prepared to surrender the storyline around it. What will I talk about? If I didn't tell my story, what would I have to talk about? Think about it. You not only do you have to go in with the belief, but then from now on, when people ask you how you are and you go, well, now you go, terrific, because I'm in process. Together, please. My game, my life. Begin applying the ancient truths of the science of mind to your life and know that as you apply these teachings, everything that occurs and everything you experience is taking you to your own true purpose. All right? Now, there's a catch to this. And why is there a catch? There's a catch. How many of you color your hair? Don't answer. Coloring your hair is a process, isn't it? If you color your hair, follow me, gentlemen, some you may not, but I know a lot of women in here are pretty good at it. Okay, here we go. When you color your hair, when you put the hair color on, what happens if you take it off too early? It's the wrong color, right? And if you leave it on too long, you look like a fire engine, right? So here's the catch. The catch is when you're applying the principle is to make sure that you're okay while it's processing in its right time. Don't take it off too early. Don't take it off too late. You'll know when to make a move on it because it comes naturally. When you just follow the intuition, the directions, you'll know when to make a move on it. But the key is to know the difference. See, some people keep dyeing and dyeing and dyeing their hairs, and they're fried. They look frazzled, right? They burned it all up. The same premise is here. The same premise is here. While you're in process, don't evaluate the condition. Because while the way it unfolds may not look the way you think it should unfold, but if you believe in a higher power, then it is unfolding the way it should unfold. You just have to get to the end of the ride. It's like getting on the roller coaster, taking the first loop and going, nope, I'm off. Does that make sense? You hit the first loop and you're like, oh, nope, don't want to do that again, jump off. Now, would anyone go to Magic Mountain and want to jump off in the middle of a ride? Okay, you bought the ride. You got in line. You paid the price to get there. You're in line. Now you're on the ride. Don't jump off when you're in the middle of a demonstration unfolding. Just know you're going to get to the end of the ride. And when you get to the end of the ride, you're going to go, woohoo, what a ride that was. I didn't expect that. Right? There you go. It's the same premise, isn't it? We just have to learn how to do this. You've been using the science of mind your whole life. You just didn't know you were using it. So now we can harness it and use it for right reasons in our life. You must be prepared to understand that you are dealing with a law of life that is based on a true principle, where you put your energy must become the form of your experience. So where you put the energy, the form will result. So if your energy is chaotic and disturbed or diseased or out of balance, then how could the result be anything but those things? Do you follow what I'm saying? All right. We must be prepared to align our opinions to our values rather than append our values to match our opinions. Bake. Let that bake. You have to prepare to align your opinions to your values. Let your values stand alone and be authentic and true. Let the universe then people those intentions with people and process and other circumstances for you. When you have the vision, like let's just imagine a vision board. If you have a vision board and you have different things in your life that you want to experience, I would say this, don't put individual people in any one of them, because people come and go in your life. As much as we want to have someone forever, that usually doesn't happen forever, right? But the vision, the emotional properties, the qualities that you put on the vision board, let the universe then people your vision with the right people and circumstances. It knows what you want, but if you say it can only come one way through one person, that's very limiting. Be open and receptive to the universe has many ways for you to experience financial security, perfect health, open, loving relationships. All of those things are right, they're available to you. You just have to make sure that your vision is there and allow the universe to people it, as they call it. Does that make sense? Together, please. My game, my life. Oh, we're done. Did you get that? One more time. My game, my life. Go for it. All right, I want to see you tomorrow. And not if you can't be here, then live stream it. You'll be glad you did. Really, life-changing stuff. Life-changing stuff. Before I go, one quick announcement. My immune system is down a little bit, so I'm going to opt out of the receiving line. So thank you for coming. Have a nice week. Right? And then I'll say, love your hair, hope you win. Okay, bye everybody. Thank you.
So I'll call our ushers to come forward. So this is a sacred time of our service. This is when our sacred giving. So this is when we come from a place of gratitude. So if you're giving cash, please use the envelope and put your name on it so we know who everybody is that is supporting our center. And those of you that are live streaming, there's a button there for a donation. You can also make your offering right online. And so we'll go to the offertory prayer. Please say this with me. I give my offering with gratitude as I recognize the demonstration of Spirit's generosity in all areas of my life.
I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
So let's hold up our hands and let's send our blessing to this offering as we say our prayer together. This collective offering is spirit in action. As it circulates into the universe, it touches and blesses many lives, including my own. Thank you, Dale. So, excuse me. At this time, I'd love to welcome our visitors. If you're here for the first time, don't be bashful. Please stand up. We want to welcome you, and we have a gift for you. Anybody here for the first time? Come on. There you go. Oh, all right. Right here, Nancy. Welcome. Welcome. So what we're giving you is a CD container with information about our center. Please stop by the foyer and pick up a CD of a couple of Dr. Joe's talks. We welcome you, and those of you that are visiting our valley, it's wonderful to be here. It's better to be here than back east right now, right? And yeah, and if you're from the valley, please come back. We'd love for you to come back and make this your spiritual home. This is our prayer team that's over in the Ohm Room, which is the building next door. If you're going through any kind of challenge or you want to set an intention, please go over there and pray with them. We have miracles happen here every time. That's why we call them 1-minute miracles. So don't forget, we have all kinds of classes. We've got meditation on Wednesday classes with Dr. Joe, with Dale, myself, and Sue's doing her, Sue Powell's doing her meditation class. So this is a year to grow. This is a year to expand. This is a year to make a difference in your life. Take the action. It's your game. It's your life. So let's just do a closing prayer. So, from this consciousness of this divine power, this divine spirit that permeates every cell of our body, we are in control of our reality. We are in control of the way we react to situations. So right here and right now, we know that life is good. It is very good. And so we take whatever action is necessary. We move those 10 feet over to go through a new door. We look at life not from a linear place, but from a higher view, from that higher consciousness, knowing that the vision we have for our life is ours, and we move in that direction. We open ourselves to tools, to different ways of looking at life, knowing that we are guided to the right place, the right people at the perfect right time. And so if we are going through anything, we know that this is just part of our growth and that we are walking with Spirit. Spirit is guiding us through this. So we hold that truth. We hold that knowing of the perfection of life, knowing that we are exactly where we need to be at this moment. So grateful for the tools that we have to live our life. We say thank you. We say thank you for Dr. Joe, for the science of mind, for our beautiful musicians, our wonderful singer today, and for each other. So I just let go, enjoy life, and let God. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. Have a wonderful week, everybody.